Yes, everybody, hope you are all doing well. Welcome back to another stream on the channel. We're back live, and we're going to be talking about Mo Salah and Arne Slot. Now, in today's live stream, I just want to chill and just chat about the situation. I did a stream earlier. I was very emotional. I was very, erratic. Very, so I want to just chat. I just want to chat about the situation, what I think will happen next, etc. Because the situation is beyond mad. If you are new to the stream, make sure you smack a like and you are subscribing to the damn channel. Let's bless up everybody in the chat first. Big up to Cop Father. Smash the likes on your way in, guys. Showing my bro some support. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Clipboard Keith. Big up to PL Champ says meltdowns. It's actually a war zone. Facts. And some people, and big up to you, bro. And people are wondering why we're playing crap football. Now, I saw this tweet earlier by James Pierce. He said the follow. If bridges can't be built, then either Salah or Slot will have to leave. Given the owner's ongoing support for the manager, it is hard to see them siding with a player who in recent months has looked like such a fading force. Well, the counterpoint to that is the manager as well. Has the manager not looked like a fading force? Has he not looked crap? Has he not looked sackable? Has he not looked like he should be sacked from this football club? So you want to use the same points for Mo Salah, you have to use the same point for Arne Slot. Yes, I know in the tweet they also say the ungiven support for the manager, but where's the ungiven support for the player who has given them consistency, longevity for 9 years, 8-9 years at this football club? It'll be 9 years in 2026, all being if he was to see out his contract and not leave in January. Now, I just don't understand it, to be honest with you. I just don't really understand how Mo Salah is having all the hate and there's nothing really coming from Arne Slot. Now, hold tight, because yes, there is hate coming from Arne Slot from the perspective of the fan base. But where's it coming from up above? Where's Arne Slot's criticism? Where's his criticism? Dropping points, losing game after game after game. But Mo Salah is just having all the hate right now. And to me, that's quite frankly not on. Do I think Mo Salah should leave the football club? No. And I said this earlier, I actually don't think he will. I actually don't think he should, and I don't think he will, in my opinion. Do you think Salah is finished? That's a question. I don't think Mohamed Salah is finished. I think you have to take into consideration, guys, how old is Mo Salah? Salah age. Salah's 33 years old. He's 34 in June. Cool. Hold that for a minute, right? I personally, the reason why I don't think Mo Salah is finished is just due to the system and the tactics that we are displaying and playing in front of our eyes. You're playing a guy They got you over 47 GA last season. Further away to goal than the likes of Alexis McAllister, Cody Gakpo, Hugo Ekitike, Alexander Isak. But Mo Salah's just being pushed out to the right-hand side. Why is that the case? Why is that the God Greens gave? That shouldn't be the case. It simply should not be the case. Mo Salah should not be played further to goal. He should be played, in fact, closer to goal. I've also said Mo Salah should probably be playing striker. If his legs, etc., is gone, he should probably be playing striker. Do you know how we did it with Sadio Mane when his legs went on the left-hand side and put Luis Diaz there? We put Mane through the central. We should be playing Salah through the central areas. I think he can do a job there. And I think he can do a good advocate numbers in terms of receipts back. You know? I'm just not quite understanding it, to be honest. I've listened to the interview back. I've listened to everything back, right? Do I think Mo Salah was wrong for the interview? Yes. I do think Mo Salah was wrong. Was he wrong in what he said? To an extent, no, because he's voicing his opinions. If Mo Salah, if Mo Salah is sitting on the bench watching crap after crap after crap after crap, he's seeing crap players putting dog crap performances. I mean, for Christ's sakes, we'll look at the team that played yesterday. Let's look at the team that played yesterday. Leeds Liverpool, yeah? Share tab, lineup, Bosch. Look at that team. Did we have an issue with Alisson? No. Did we have an issue with Conor Bradley? I actually did, to be honest with you, because I thought Bradley was quite crap before his injury. Comes back straight from injury and put him straight back into the team. Sorry. Where on earth is the accountability? Where on earth is the accountability? And this is on Arne Slots here. Where on earth is the fucking accountability? Where's the accountability? He's been shit all season. He comes back from an injury. He's played straight back into the team. Why is he back into the team? But you bring on Joe Gomez at 68 minutes, but you're telling me Joe Gomez can't do a job for 60 minutes. Conor Bradley, maybe 20, 30 minutes to go. Cool. But why can't you go Gomez when it's been quite solid in the 2 games he played at right back? Why not? We know he's always going to go with his bum-ass favourites in Ibrahim Konate and Virgil van Dijk. Milos Kerkez, I think, has improved in the past couple of games. We didn't really have an issue with the lineup. Although he still likes to eat grass. Curtis Jones and Gravenberch. I was happy with Curtis Jones. I've been raving and saying Curtis Jones should be starting games. Curtis Jones should be starting games for this club. Because right now, Alexis McAllister is stuck in a flipping time capsule and he's moving at literally 1 frames per second. Like it's the early 2000s. We've got like 90 FPS or 60 FPS or, if any of you gaming guys out there, you know more than me. But he's moving at like 1 frames per second, Alexis McAllister, getting stuck in absolute fucking quicksand. So fair play to Slot. He dropped him. But he still fucking brought him on. Okay, we move on to Ryan Gravenberch. He has been crap this season. Absolutely diabolical this season. I would say probably since... After probably the first 6 games. I thought the first 6 games he was quite good. After that, he's been crap. But no, he continues to still persist to play him. Dominic Szoboszlai gets a free pass because he's been fantastic this season. And he should already win Player of the Season, to be honest. Just give him the award now. Just save the time. Save the ceremony. Save all the money. Just say, here you go. You've won Player of the Season. Congrats. Florian Wirtz. Why can't Florian Wirtz finish a fucking full 90? These are the questions people don't think of. Why can't he finish a full 90? Why is it when he goes to international break, Germany, he's fantastic. When he comes to us, he's fucking average. Why can't he finish a full 90? Why can't he finish a full 90 minutes? I don't fucking understand. He's not like yes, okay, he came back from an injury a couple of weeks ago. Cool, hold that. But before that, let's rewind. Before that, was he completing full 90 minutes? No, in fact, some games he was flipping benching him. And then now people will say to me, "Oh, but Mo Salah and Vlerts can't play together. They're creative players. This, and that." Okay, cool. Hold that for a minute. Was Mo Salah on the pitch? No. Did he come on as a sub? No. So why can't Florian Wirtz still play? Why can't he play a full 90? He's a £110 million fucking creative midfielder. We need goals to win a game, and you take him off. You take him off. Why can't he finish a full 90? I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. Why can't he finish a full 90 minutes? There's been games where he's been brilliant, he's been good, and you're like, nah, I'm hooking you off, mate. Nah, it's all right, just take you off. But Cody Gakpo, fucking Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo was actually one of my fan favourites. I've been sticking up for Cody Gakpo a bit. But no, I'm going to let loose. Who let the dogs out and all that, yeah? Cody Gakpo, 83 fucking minutes. 83 minutes. This is where he's going to link back to Mo Salah. So we're connecting the dots here. Can you see why Mo Salah's angry? You're playing players who have been diabolical and shit. Cody Gakpo's been one of the worst players this season. I would say top 3 in my humble opinion. Yeah. Hooks him off at half time against Sunderland. Next game, plays him for 83 minutes. Where is the accountability? Accountability is the best ability to have. Where is the fucking accountability with his manager? Where is the accountability with his team? Where is the accountability at this fucking football club? Where is the accountability of the hierarchy at this club? There isn't. Because again, I'm going to link it back to this tweet. I'm going to show you this tweet. If bridges can't be built between either Salah or Slot, we'll have to leave. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Given the ongoing support for the manager. And obviously, Mo Salah fading fast and all that. Arne Slot's been a fading farce. Where's the accountability there for the same things for the manager who's doing a lot more fucking worse than Mohamed Salah? He's got credit in the bank. 9 years of longevity and servants to this football club. Won with 2 Premier League titles, a Club World Cup, a Super Cup, 2 League Cups, FA Cup, Champions League. Consistency after consistency after consistency. 20 to 30 goals every fucking season. A world beater season last season that will go down for generations. If he had genuinely had an elite level striker in front of him last season, I think he would have had 30 plus assists. 30 plus assists, 30 plus goals. And you'd be thinking about what on earth, Ballon d'Or winner worthy. But where is the accountability? But what's going to happen is against Inter Milan, we're going to play the exact same team. We're going to play the exact same players in that position. Cody Gakpo is going to start again. By the way, Cody Gakpo is on 250k a week. Let's big up some more people in the chat. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Copite. Big up, bro. Just subscribe to your channel. Seen you on Uncle Roger's channel the other day with Cop Father. Bless up to you, my guy. Bless up to you, my G. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Your club is finished and will never be good again. Okay, mate. I agree we're finished right now, but in terms of we'll never be good again, people say we'll never be good. Back in 1990, we ended up continue. Okay, yeah, we didn't win a league title for 30 years. How many times have people said Liverpool were finished? Liverpool will never be finished. It's dusted, finished. Liverpool can't compete. Only one win when everybody else is shit. Well, that's completely incorrect. And if you want to have a debate on that, we'll happily have a debate on that. When everybody is shit. Oh, touch, man. What on earth? When everybody is shit. Well, by that logic, you can't win a Europa League when everyone is shit. It's only a few points into the UCL. Why is everyone panicking? Because on this one instance, mate, the Premier League table is lying to you, and the Premier League table will be completed by the end of the season, where Liverpool finishes where Liverpool finish. Have you not watched us for the past couple of months? We're in a diabolical mess. It's not just on the pitch stuff; it's off the pitch. You've seen the situation with Salah. Everyone's seen the interview. Everybody has seen the interview. Yeah. Off the pitch stuff, it's a mess. The hierarchy, it's a bloody mess. And they're not taking accountability. And if they carry on, they should go as well. Not on a slot, sorry. I mean, he should go. Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, if they continue to not take accountability, they should go. Why should their job be safe? Because they're keeping the man in charge. These are the people that picked Arne Slot, by the way. These were the people. You know, we are the biggest club in England. Of course, we're back. Yeah, man. Big up to Wesley, bro. Gakpo needs to be dropped keys and needs to deserve a run of the team. But the thing is, mate, unfortunately, Federico Chiesa will never get a run in the team. Chiesa could score a hat-trick in a Champions League semi-final and won't be picked for the final. He won't. He just won't. For Chiesa ran 60 flipping yards, cleared the ball off the line, saved Arne Slot's career, and it's like, nah, mate. Chiesa won Player of the Month, guys. He won Player of the Month in September. How does a guy who doesn't start a game win Player of the Month but doesn't start a game? He won Player of the Month from being a sub. Look, I've not fact-checked it. I don't know if that's ever happened before. Has a player ever won Player of the Month from not starting a football match? And bearing in mind, we all know Kiesa's minutes. They're literally microwave flipping minutes, 2-3 flipping minutes at most. Microwave settings and that. So, you know, when are you obviously going to talk about the Arsenal? Well, you know what? We'll talk about Arsenal actually at the end of the show, mate. There you go. We'll talk about Arsenal at the end of the show just for you. Every stream reacts is on the same whining and moaning. This stream, last stream is very the same, man. Chat about a good team like Arsenal. Well, funny enough, I'm not an Arsenal fan. Funny enough, this is not an Arsenal channel. Like I said to you many times, the content on my channel is 80%. Hence why I'm transferring a lot of my content I do to other channels, like the boxing stuff, transferred it to the boxing channel. Hence why I've made the React second channel, which is going to be predominantly other stuff other than Liverpool Football Club. I'm going for a massive transition, like I've told you on many occasions. If you don't choose to listen, that's up to you. Don't even try, bro. I don't know what you're on about. What saying this and that? That's London slang, is it? Okay. Mate, you know, are you send Touchline the link? Bro, I've offered Touchline the links before. Rex is trying his hardest to be an Arsenal fan in the 40s. Yeah, I forgot you know what Arsenal were like in the 40s, isn't it? I'm actually surprised at you for that Touchline facts, because considering you don't take any history into account prior to the 90s. So, yeah. As a Dutch Liverpool fan for years, Slot lost in the dressing room. Way back, he needs to be out ASAP. Slot expressed his feelings and has the right to do it as a Liverpool legend. Facts. I'll be honest, I've been thinking, between the stream I did earlier, I've been thinking what I think will happen. I think what will happen is, right, we have to just go based off what Mohamed Salah said in his quotes, right? When he's talking about last game before AFCON, obviously he has not confirmed this is my last game for Liverpool Football Club. But we're just working with what he said, right? If that is said to be his last game, I think he will be going in January. I can see where people are dotting the lines up, because he has been linked with Al Hilal. He has been linked with Al Ittihad. He has been linked with a move to just overall of Saudi Arabia. I do think the club probably have listened to offers, because you're going to listen to offers to some of your biggest and best players, especially if a team is going to offer you chunks of cash, you know? And if Mo Salah, for example, hasn't been playing particularly great for months, and for example, if you get an offer of 60, 70 million plus for Mo Salah, you're going to listen to and entertain it as a 33-year-old. You're going to listen to and entertain it. We know what Michael Edwards is like. When it comes to players past 30, he didn't want to give Jordan Henderson the contract. When we gave Jordan Henderson the contract, I think it was in 2020, yeah? Obviously, he left the club in 2023. Or it might have been 2021, he got given the contract. So it was one of the two, because I remember he got linked with a move to Arsenal. 2 days later, he signed the contract. Yeah? So I can understand them listening to offers. Me personally, would I sell Mo Salah? I'm going to use the exact same thing as I used with Luis Diaz. If Liverpool got a good, accountable offer for Mo Salah, would I accept? Probably. But if it's an offer that I'm not too much of a fan of, and we're not getting a good advocate replacement, now I've said for years, you can never replace Mo Salah. What Mo Salah possessed, you can't replace. I think we've replaced his traits in other areas, the creativity, the goal output, because I do think Hugo Ekitike, Alexander Isak, etc. can replace that 20 to 25 goals a season. Like you've seen with Isak last season for Newcastle, I think he got, 23 goals. And I think naturally a Liverpool team would get better. And I think Hugo Ekitike has shown this season that he can provide goals for the club. So in terms of Liverpool scoring goals, I've never been concerned. Like, Liverpool have always been able to score goals. Liverpool have always been able to assist goals. Liverpool's always been able to create chances. That's never really been the issue. So that's why in terms of from those outputs of Mo Salah, I've never been concerned from that aspect, But as for Mo Salah as a player, you can never replace him. He's never irreplaceable. There's certain players you just can't replace. Manchester United, there's loads of players that they have failed to replace. And they will continue to fail because you can't replace those players. Just like Liverpool they will not be able to replace Mohamed Salah. But they can replace Mohamed Salah's traits that he has from the goals, the output, the creativity output, because Liverpool always continue to do that. And they've got players in the team who can do that. Whether they can do that under this manager is a different question. But I know these players are definitely 100% capable. Send Touchline the link. I don't know if you know who's in the chat. You can't beat West Ham. Bro, just allow a minute. You won the league 2 times when everybody was crap. Well, funny enough, Man City got 100 points prior to that, back-to-back Premier Leagues, also an English treble, but they were crap. Good one. When Liverpool won the Champions League, did you not see how competitive the Champions League was that season? From the group stage? Oh, wait, no, your team wasn't in it. Other than 05. Mate, you was born in the same year as me. Don't act dumb. Biggest club in England. Oh, here we go again. With that nonsense. Touchline crying in United last stream, broke his headset. I know. Bro's coming at me, yeah? Man, you broke your headset, Maggie. You literally broke your headset, bro. Yeah, I may get angry at my team, but man broke his headset on the stream. Am I getting angry now? No, I'm literally speaking calm and collective because earlier I wanted to just let out the anger. Now I just want to chat. I want to talk about the future of this club because I do think it's very important to, because I'm very concerned about the future of this football club. Like I've mentioned to you before on stream. He's going through a transition, lads. You need to clarify reacts. Well, yes, that's what you do, mate, when you own something. Do you think Salah will be left out of the squad against Inter Milan on Tuesday? I think so. Do I think he'd be left out of the squad on Brighton? Probably not. But I think, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to watch that Arne Slot press conference tomorrow. I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see how that is going to go down. Big up to you, Antico. Jordan Henderson walks into your team right now. I wouldn't say walks. So seeing the end of Mo like this, 100%. Mohamed Salah He's the best player I've seen in my lifetime in terms of what he has delivered, in terms of the consistency he has prevailed. You know, I've never seen a player like it as a Liverpool fan. You know, as a 20-year-old, can you name me really any other player that's shown it for 8-9 years? Won me trophies, won me the big and holy grail I've always wanted to see, i.e. the Premier League title. No. So that's why I'm always going to have that respect for Mohamed Salah. He has the credit in the bank for me, hence why I'm not sticking up for him, but I hear it from his side of points of views, hence why I've argued them prior. Guarantee most stays more while at AFCON. Look, I think we're gonna know next Saturday what's gonna happen with Mohamed Salah. I think next Saturday against Brighton is going to tell us a lot about the future of Arne Slot and Mohamed Salah, but just due to the reason of why Mohamed Salah spoke about Brighton. If he is saying that potentially that could be his last season, you know, with the way he's quoting, you know, in the sense of the club are throwing me under the bus, etc., like that, and the club have been listening to offers for him to leave, then I think next season's game against Brighton is going to be very, very interesting to see. And obviously, Mo Salah stating also in the interview, he doesn't know what's going to happen while he's away at AFCON. And for me, that's the big thing here. Because if he does get sold, if a deal is reached with Al Hilal, Al Ittihad, whoever, right? Let's just pretend Liverpool reaching an agreement for Mo Salah for, let's say, 50 million quid with whoever. Yeah, and if he's stating at that, next weekend's Brighton's game is going to be very interesting to see, because we're going to know the future of Mohamed Salah, whether he's going to be here when he comes back from AFCON or whether he's not. And also with Arne Slot as well. Barca's still trying to replace Dani Alves' position. Facts. You can't replace true great icons. You can never replace them. You can have true great icons again, but you can never replace them. Okay, when was the last time United won a European competition? But Touchdown Facts don't like to answer any of these questions. He just brings up Premier Leagues every year. The league this year is atrocious. And before people say, I actually said that, and I can't remember what stream it was. This was before Liverpool started even losing games. This was before we went on this absolute rut, right? I said this. I said the Premier League hasn't been great this season. It hasn't been great to watch from just an overall perspective of a football fan. I think I said it around the Atletico Madrid game, and bearing in mind Liverpool was undefeated at that time and winning every single game quite comfortably, to be fair. Actually, no, not quite comfortably, quite heroically, especially with the last-minute winners. But there was undefeated, yeah? And I even came out and said I've not really enjoyed the Premier League this season as a whole. And I said that on many watch-alongs, and I said that on many match reactions, and I said that on many other channels. So keep it 100 and consistent. Big up to you, Reds. I hope you're well. Bless up to everybody in the building, man. Smash a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. United were mid-table club before the 90s. Yep. Salah won't play for you ever again. An ugly end to a legend. Facts. And that's why you can tell I'm emotionally upset, because Mohamed Salah's given me some unbelievable memories that I'll never forget, and I'll tell hopefully one day I have kids and stuff about. Because these memories are important to me. They're important to me and, the family members I've celebrated them with. That's why I'm upset, If Mo Salah is to never play for Liverpool again and he goes in AFCON, I think it would genuinely be the biggest, what's the word to describe it, way to end your career at a club, in terms of Mo Salah will probably go down as one of the biggest legends to never get a farewell, basically. It's sad, but ultimately I think Salah and Slot going is better for the club. The question is to you Reds. Would you give Mo Salah a chance under another manager? Because I don't buy this nonsense that Mohamed Salah is finished. I don't think Mohamed Salah is finished as a footballer. I think he's clearly struggling in the way that we set up the team, and I think he's clearly struggling mentally as well. You know, sometimes you could be in your top physical health, but if your mental state's not okay, then you're going to have issues. And I've previously suffered that within the past. I know what I'm kind of talking about. So, you know, it will be a very, very sad end if Mohamed Salah is to leave the club. Footy, if you're Slot, would you have him in the squad on Tuesday? I don't think. I'd be very surprised if Mohamed Salah is in the squad on Tuesday. I would be absolutely gobsmacked, especially after this situation. I think it'd be too soon. I think it'd be too raw, and I think it'd be too sore. I think tomorrow's press conference at 6:30, 5:45, is going to tell us a lot of information that we're going to need to know about Mohamed Salah and Arne Slot. Arne Slot and his team will be practicing every single question, every single answer right now at this precise moment, because they know tomorrow's press conference is not going to be about Inter Milan. It's not really going to be. Some of it will be a bit about Leeds. It's going to be about Mohamed Salah's interview that he did late last night. So they're going to be revising every single type of question they're going to be asked at this precise moment. That's why tomorrow's press conference is going to be very interesting. Also, Mohamed Salah didn't even travel back with the team. I don't know if any of you know that. Mohamed Salah didn't even travel back with the team. Tells you everything you need to know. Your red Dani Alves has more at Barca than Arsenal in the last 40 years. Yeah, United last league title pre-Fergie was 55 years ago. But Man United don't want to answer those questions, though, do they? Salah or Slot? On this situation, I'm on Mohamed Salah's side. If I'm being truly honest. League only crap when we won the league. You noticed that I know exactly, bro. It's what people tell us, man. It's what people say all the time. I pay no notice against it. I think it's just poor analysis. If I'm being honest, big up to you, mate. I think the new manager will help. Facts. Yes, I would think I'd sack Slot now and give Mo till the summer. I think it's very interesting whether Mohamed Salah gets a big offer in January. If Mohamed Salah gets a big offer in January, I think the club will sell him. If Slot's here or not. Play Salah up front with Ekitike and Isak and Frimpong at right mid and Bradley at right back. I don't know what, bro. I think Conor Bradley needs a break from the team. It would also show the manager has a lock of minerals, and if he puts them straight back into the team squad on, 100%. And I'm going to show you this screen, right? The manager has no accountability. He has no minerals. And there's literally two players that prove my point. Cody Gakpo hooked at half-time at Sunderland, brought back in for 83 minutes. Conor Bradley was poor before his injury. Injury's not his fault, cool. But pre-injury, he was crap. Comes straight back into the team. Not even on bench any previous games. Just bring him straight back into the team. By the way, Fulham Palace is 1-1. That's interesting. Yeah, we need Fulham to probably win that, to be honest with you, at this current rate. I think the only accountability that I give the manager somewhat credit for yesterday is bringing in Curtis Jones, to be honest with you. You look at the subs bench. Alexis McAllister. Why is he coming back into the team? Why is all of a sudden now Wataru Endo just come on? Alexander Isak coming on at 84 minutes is a disgrace. I'm sorry, but 84 minutes you bring on Alexander Isak. You're £125 million striker. I don't want to hear any excuses of, we have to build him up for the fitness. No. People know I'm a big Alexander Isak fan. Time is now. He scored against West Ham. Got, I think, 6 minutes. He got some minutes, a bigger chunk amount of minutes against Sunderland. Why is he only coming on at 84 minutes? Like, I get it to an extent. Hugo Ekitike is actually having a fantastic game. He was brilliant yesterday. Scored 2 goals, 2 fantastic finishes. And Hugo Ekitike has been one of the positives this season. But why is Alexander Isak only coming on then? You know, you look at the other subs. Chiesa just getting nothing. I think that's a fucking borderline disgrace. The manager coming out and praising Alisson over Chiesa. Chiesa's the one that cleared off the line, you thick idiot. Did Alisson clear it off the line? Sorry, I might need to watch this back because I think all of a sudden, you know, it was Alisson. Love Alisson. I think he actually did well in terms of the movement off the striker. But Chiesa's ultimately cleared off the line. If Chiesa's not there, it's 2-1 and we lose the game. We lose the game if Chiesa. If Federico Chiesa is not on the pitch, we lose that game 2-1. And I actually also think the striker probably would have hit it first time if he didn't have Chiesa literally breathing down his neck. I think he had no choice but to go try and go round the keeper because you got Chiesa trying to get the ball off him. You got Alisson as well. You might as well try and get around the goalkeeper because you haven't got enough time and space to position a shot and put it in the back of the net at the current time. Mo Salah not coming on the pitch. I mean, look, we've been chatting, you know, for how long we've been live for the past 32 minutes. We knew he was never going to do that. Andy Robertson getting no minutes. Chiesa getting no minutes. But no, look, I didn't particularly thought yesterday was actually on the manager. I thought it was on Ryan Gravenberch and Canate. Canate making a stupid bozo challenge. Gravenberch being at fault for the third and second goal. You know? Why is my team so open and so wide? The third goal, and to be honest with you, I think is a collective of everybody. Because everybody just moves all at the same once, takes a deflection, Tanaka, bang. They get a draw in the last minute. Was it Tanaka who scored? Yeah, Tanaka, that's his name, yeah? So, but yesterday, in terms of where was it on slot, was Cody Gakpo playing 83 minutes. Conor Bradley starting a game and getting 68 minutes. Florian Wirtz only getting 68 minutes. That's on Arne slot, not Florian Wirtz, because he doesn't decide when he comes on and off. Alexander Isak only getting 84 minutes. Like I mentioned earlier, fucking microwave minutes for a £125 million striker, one of the best strikers in the world last season, and in the Premier League, only getting 84 minutes. Is a borderline disgrace. We all know what team we want to see on Wednesday, but we're not going to get that. Because, like I said, this manager is naive and has an ego of a fucking elephant. Let me catch up with the chat. footyreactstv, you're a hypocrite. You just did that now. Liverpool are losing. You are now saying the league has been crap. You lack self-awareness, man. Well, no, not. That's completely incorrect. Because you can go back, watch of any of live stream I've done. And one of my first shows I did with Touchline Facts, because I also mentioned it on there. And I said, the Premier League has been quite poor. I've not really enjoyed watching it. And it's been quite poor. I've not enjoyed watching it. And I said that before Liverpool started losing games. So that's not a hypocrite. If anything, that's the opposite of a hypocrite. I think we get 80 million in January. You're already, I say, 60 million for Salah and you buy Semenyo. Well, no, because if we sell Salah, I want to buy another player. Mina, Al Hilal ready to submit offer. I don't really believe the Daily Mirror, and to be honest with you, and you know why? Not really, especially after what happened in the summer. Hence why I don't really ever bring up anything in terms of when it comes to transfer-related stuff to do with the Daily Mirror, because I know they chat absolute garbage. Catalan, I don't think we get Semenyo. Ready. They're just chatting back and forth. You're red, Antonio. So Antonio Nusa would be a good buy. He can fit like Diaz was. I think the club will persist with Semenyo, if I'm being truly honest. Liverpool's owners are given slot to their full backing, and it's unlikely Salah's outburst will have any bearing on the stance. Has that just come from Paul Joyce? Because I've not seen that. Let me have a look on Twitter. Because it just seems to me there's like bits of news. By the way, I've just seen this about Gahey. Gahey on his transfer to, I think everyone has this perception and idea that it was difficult. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't difficult at all, because when you're focused on what's being the most important thing. Okay, I don't know what you're on about there. Okay, we've got some Paul Joyce tweets. we've got some Paul Joyce tweets here. Right, big breaking news. Consider that Salah wanted to leave in 2024 because of Klopp in light of Salah's latest British behaviour. British behaviour, and really, who is the problem here? Towards the end of the season, Salah claimed to have an agreement with Slot. What on earth? Towards the end of last season, Salah claimed to have an agreement with Slot that he did not need to defend as long as he scored or created goals. That is not how the Dutchman viewed it. When asked recently, but in any case scenario, Salah stopped scoring. So, just who has broken promises? Like that guy says, how does that even make any sense? Paul Joyce, Mohamed Salah would have considered leaving Liverpool in 2024 had Jurgen Klopp not decided to leave in the summer. I don't buy into that. If I'm being truly honest, I buy into what Taylor's comment says there. I'm sure Klopp said it was sorted after the day, and they still messaged each other. Paul Joyce bumming Sloss out again. Oh, I agree in the sense of I don't think Mohamed Salah wanted to leave. And you want to know why Mohamed Salah? I don't think Mohamed Salah wanted to leave. Mohamed Salah's tweet himself. He tweeted out himself and stated in public that Mohamed Salah wanted to set this football club and delivered another league title to celebrate with the fans. They were Mohamed Salah's words. The words are all there on the internet to go and have a look. Just type in Mohamed Salah 2024 Premier League title. Just type in something along the lines of that, or just go on his Twitter and you will know what tweet I'm on about. I don't think Mohamed Salah wanted to leave the club. Let me catch up with some of your messages, man. Bless up to everybody in the chat. 25 likes. Let's try and push towards 30 likes if possible. Big up, mates. Slossow and Salah. It's his last year at Liverpool. And Liverpool, as usual, Liverpool fans need to give him a nice send-off and all these years salute from the 11s. Big up to you, my bro. Big up to you, my G. And I completely echo and agree with what you're saying. The club is saying give Slot time. How can you give Slot time when the team is letting down with the draws and losses? Yeah. Haven't really saw a lot of him, Catalan, but that is a good player. Yep. Check Anfield edition footy. The dreaded vote of confidence. Are you on about these tweets I'm bringing up, Ant? They want to get rid of a huge contract they gifted Salah. Exactly. Why would we sell Mohamed Salah if we just give him £450 a week? It'd be pretty stupid to do, no? I disagree about the second goal. I think it's on Szoboszlai. He loses the ball and then jogs back and doesn't attempt to get the ball. But I think also Gravenberch's positioning was not shocking, no? Big up to you, Hannah, bro. Big up to you. Turns out recently there's no truth, to be fair. What are you on about? The league, it's best it's ever been. Sunderland, Everton. In terms of the teams that are in the league, in terms of the competitiveness, I agree with you, Wesley. I agree with you. In terms of the competitiveness, I mean, for Christ's sake, you got Sunderland competing, you got Everton in 5th, Aston Villa in 3rd. In terms of the underdogs and the competitiveness, I completely agree with you. But in terms of the actual football, not the Premier League table. The Premier League table is competitive, but when I'm actually sat watching the games, are you actually sat there thinking that game is absolutely a mad game? I'm so glad I watched that. I would watch it again. You know, I think I can only name a hand selected full of teams I've actually really enjoyed to watch. And don't get me wrong, Sunderland are one of them. Apparently here it's stated that it's difficult as well. I'm assuming it's because of the foreigner police. Zia, what are you actually referring to? What exactly are you actually referring to? Are you on about the sale of Mo? Like what are we doing? 1 hour ago, yes, okay, that is it. Yep, in his article. He is crying over streams to press him, and I want to talk about good teams like the Arsenal. See, well, funny enough, this isn't a Liverpool. This is a Liverpool channel, mate. Sell Salah to no. Yep, footy. Yep. See, you've learnt your lesson finally. Don't ever chat Batman in your little. Oh, bro, right. Just no beef in the chat, for Christ's sakes. Also, I would just will politely time people out. Yeah, we should have lost against Sunderland. Chiesa is being thrown under the bus. Chiesa is being thrown under the bus. Absolute facts. Big up to you, Men's. Can't just dismiss winning the league title. Otherwise, we could do that. So why is this? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I want to see if there's any more stuff being said. Okay, that's just Mark Gay. One question remains unanswered, and that is what Salah hopes to achieve from a remarkable act of betrayal. I think Mo Salah wants to probably get answers. I mean, he literally stated it in the interview. He asked Arne questions. Why hasn't he been playing? And he couldn't give him an answer. He feels betrayed by the football club. In that remarks. I think it's clear and obvious what Mohamed Salah wants. No? The interview literally says what he wants. I don't get how people are not understanding this, because I saw someone else speak about this earlier. What does Mohamed Salah want to get out of this? Well, what he said in the fucking interview. Otherwise, why would he be speaking about it? Just laziness, man. Paul Joyce. FSG wants Arne Slot to come through what is provingly hugely difficult second season and has shown no signs of wavering on that. Wavering on what? The fact that he is struggling, or the fact that they're going to get rid of him? Patience will not be limitless, but results will ultimately dictate Slot's future, not Salah stomping his feet. Okay, then. So if Arne Slot is losing the dressing room, if Arne Slot is falling out with his senior players, that is something to not take into consideration. Right. This is where I ask FSG, I ask Michael Edwards to come out and do interviews with the fans. Show some emotion. Show some passion for the football club that you own and work at. So you're telling me Salah coming out in an interview talking about the problems shouldn't be taken something into consideration with the manager. But you took in consideration with Steven Gerrard when he got benched against Real Madrid back in 2015 with Brendan Rodgers. When Brendan Rodgers was benching our best players and not giving answers to our big senior players. But you would happily take an act on those situations, but you won't happily take an act on Mohamed Salah. Good one. I mean, for Christ's sakes, Dominic Szoboszlai literally said there is basically problems going behind the scenes. He literally said it in the interview. The Sky Sports interview is there to go and watch. I would show it, but I'll get copyrighted instantly like that. Yeah, he literally said, and I quote, "What stays in the dressing room stays in the dressing room." Read into the lines of that. He got asked a question, how is the mood in the dressing room? Yeah? Previously, most players would be like, yeah, it's quite calm right now. Yeah, we're doing well, da-da-da-da-da. But why is Szoboszlai just stating what stays in the dressing room stays in the dressing room, where there's clearly stuff going on in the dressing room? Because otherwise, he'll be like, no, we're just sticking together. We're just hoping to power through this massive, unbelievable rot that we are in. No, he is stating there is problems. It's not hard to read the eyes. It's not hard to read the words. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just not really understanding, to be honest with you. Happy to play Kappa. I imagine Isaac and Verts are feeling right now. Exactly. I'm doing good, mate. Hope you're doing well. Big up to you, Cop Father. Hope you're doing well, mate. If you want the link, mate, I'll happily send you the link. Yeah, man, hit the like button, man. Bless up to everybody in the chat. Bless up to everybody in the chat. We'll do another. We'll do another hour or so. If Cop Father comes on, we'll do a bit more time. We'll do a bit more time. It's always calm here. I have love for everybody, including our special brother, Callan. Bloody hell. Relax in the chat. Yeah, man. Listen, from my end, it's always banter with Wesley. I don't know. You might actually hate my guts. Salah is still a legend. Yeah, 100%. 110, 110%, my friend. 110%. I want to see if there's any more info from Paul Joyce. What's this? Justin Landlord. What on earth is this? Well, if you've not seen the Indeed tweet a couple of days ago, and this is why I'm mentioning about the facts of a Mohamed Salah sale, yeah? This is what IndyCar tweeted. Exclusive. LFC are furious with Mohamed Salah's outburst. They want a public apology from the player. Okay, right, move on. Wow. Wow. Nah, is that actually true? Is that actually true? Raw. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And then people asking me, why do I think Masala will be dropped? I think, like I said, I'd be very shocked if, if Masala makes the squad. Yo, I can't believe that. I've just seen that. We need a new gaffer. Yeah. Yo. Yeah, I hear your point. Bro, you told us Liverpool won't drop points until Christmas. What, me? Footy. Yeah, I can't believe I just seen that. Wow. I'm not going to comment on that situation. I think many Liverpool fans will have the same feelings as me. Footy, I'm just saying we don't know behind the scenes what has gone on to leading Mo Salah to come out, speak publicly. I'm not saying what we saw on TV, saw on the TV, internet, social media. Yeah, facts. Absolute absolute facts, man. Wow. I can't believe that, wow. Woo! Look, listen, man. No matter what you did, bro, let's just move. I'm just not going to speak about it. Hopefully we can win the Champions League game. What, on Wednesday? You think Liverpool will win on Wednesday? Nah, bro. First rule when you are doing this, explain to the audience like we don't have eyes on the screen, man. Explain to the chat. What do you want me to explain? Because no one else is saying it in the chat. What do you want me to explain? I'll happily explain it to you. Does it look like FSG are happy to sell Mo if with slot? I think FSG want to sell him. Chat, we know Michael Edwards doesn't like keeping players above the age of 30, 31. Why do you think we brought in the Mamadashvili replacement? I think personally, Alisson Becker, there's a chance he could be sold this summer. His contract is actually up this year, but obviously he has got a contract to extend by 1 year, which I do think probably will be activated. Inter Destroyers. It's a Tuesday game. Well, yes, I was on about the tweet, mate. I was literally on about the tweet that I just brought up. That's why I'm saying, wow, I can't believe and all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? And if I'm being truly honest with you, those people, I don't really want to speak about them. You know? So, yeah. And explain what the tweet is, man. The tweet? Are you referring to this tweet? Are you referring to that tweet? If you're referring to that tweet, then just put yay or nay. But where did I see this about? But yeah, I don't think Mo Salah has asked to leave Liverpool. Hence why in his interview, he explained it very clear. He's been thrown under the bus. He didn't come out and say he wanted to leave. Do you know what I mean? Footy on slot. Footy on slot. Me and Uncle Rod said day one when Slot joined, he was not the manager for Liverpool long term. You can see the cracks happening from last season, but got laughed at. Look at Liverpool now. That needs taken into context. Why you are partially right at the time you was wrong. Do you get what I mean? Yes, you are partially correct, but at the time you were wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? Bro, the tweet you were saying you can't believe you saw, man. That was, yeah, the tweet I just showed you. I just told you I don't want to speak about that situation. Like, how many more times do I have to say? The tweet I just showed you, I don't want to talk about it. So don't just keep bringing it up. Facts, he's a vote of confidence and usually only means one thing. Yep, I agree. I've got a feeling, man, he's going to be sold in January, man. I just think based off those wordings of when Salah spoke about it, and you could tell within. I encourage people to actually go and watch the interview instead of actually reading just the quotes. I don't know if I can play it due to copyright, but yeah. So I bring it. Well, no. Well, no, because mate. Hence why when I'm going through a Twitter page like this, so if I'm going through a Twitter page, I don't know what's going to come up after this tweet. So let's say, for example, this tweet here, I don't know what tweet is under this. Oh, wait, it's back into the lead. 3-2 Sabozlai. I didn't know that. Do you get what I'm saying? Fucking hell, man. Use a brain, innit? Fucking, oh, Jesus. But yeah, I want to break down this tweet next. Man, it's very fucking simple. It's very simple to understand. I never backed the manager in the first place. It doesn't matter if Slot did win the league. I just didn't like him from day one. So what are you trying to get at? Because I'm a bit confused. Bless up to you, though. Some people don't use their ears. Facts. Bro, I literally said how many times I've say I don't want... Oh, man. I know it's a Sunday night. I know it's been a long week for people, but come on, man. Come on. Salah was always a fraud. JS is one of Klopp's golden kids. Sport mentality. He did nothing for the club. What are you on about? Rogers got voted of confidence as well. Facts. Props. Slot won the league, but I can't back a manager I never wanted. Still today one. So you're telling me if Arne Slot won you 5 Premier League titles in a row, you won't back him? I think that's just, daft, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want to talk about the situation. If I go through a Twitter page, funny enough, the next fucking tweet, you don't know what's going to pop up. It's like TikTok. That's the whole point about TikTok addiction. One, it's short length time span, and then the next video, you don't know what's going to pop up. Fucking hell, it's not hard to understand. It's fucking not hard to understand. Fuck me. If I go on TikTok right now, I don't know what the next fucking post is. Just like Twitter, just like Facebook, just like Insta. Oh my God. How is still in the job? I don't know, man. I don't know. I was talking earlier to the chat. I'm trying to think of when possibly, in my opinion, he will go. I think I know people keep saying to me, "Oh yeah, we need him gone now," but I've been saying it for weeks, and I'll say it again for the cheap seats at the back. This is their man. Wasn't their backup man. This wasn't their third choice. This was their man. So they're gonna back him from day. They're gonna back him until to the point where it's like, yeah, we've definitely got to do something now. What do you mean? Footy, keep doing your channel, ignore. Yeah. Yeah, man, don't worry, bro. Lucky enough for me, I've got a very strong head ahead of me, and I've got people around me that, what's the word? Teach me the way. Do you get what I'm saying? Hence why I've done very well in my life. Not to blow my own trumpet, but in terms of from a successful point of view, in terms of what I want to achieve. I know, man. I know. For me, I will never back Slot because he's just another Claudio Ranieri at Leicester who won the Premier League in 2016. Do you know when people talk about Claudio Ranieri? I think it's people don't. You know, Leicester fans will tell you that Claudio Ranieri was even the reason why they won the league. He was actually their assistant coach. I don't think Michael Rodgers is holding himself in true accountable. And I think that's the one thing about Michael Rodgers, I always said from day one, his stubbornness. You know, I think he stands on his principles, which I respect. But then there comes a time and a place where your principles have got to be taken out of your hands. You know, just like the position right now with Arne Slot, that was their man. So they're going to have a bit of an ego about them. They want to be proven right. They don't want to be proven wrong. Everyone wants to be proven right. But in this instance, they don't want to be proven wrong. So that's why I just personally don't believe they're going to sack him at this precise moment. I think they will sack him to the point where it's like, okay, we are not getting Champions League football. Okay, we are not going to do anything this season, even though I don't think we will. But you have to look at it from their eyes and their head. Bless up to you in the men's, bro. Big up, man. Sacking him is not the issue. If they don't have a replacement to take over, what is the point? And I'm glad you brought that up, Catalan, because I personally believe that's also what the club are looking at. I think the club are looking at the situation where they're like, okay, you go back to that Liverpool shortlist. I'm sure I can find it somewhere. I'm pretty sure I bookmarked it the other day. Or was it yesterday I bookmarked it? Liverpool actually had their shortlist of managers that they originally wanted to replace Jurgen Klopp. Please tell me I flipping bookmarked it, because if I did, you'd be very surprised who was on the names. I'd be intrigued to see if they revisit those names. That's why I want to bring it up. Oh man, I really hope I got the tweet. I mean, I could just try and maybe find it in Liverpool manager short list. Where is his tweet, man? Where is this tweet? Where is this tweet? Here we go. So Ben, yesterday, big up to Ben. He's a good guy on Twitter. You know, according to these guys, Footballer Journalist of the Year, he said, replacement shortlist to replace Jurgen Klopp. These were the names: Ruben Amorim, Roberto De Zerbi, Julian Nagelsmann. I don't know why it just stops at Mikel. I don't know who following that is. Areola, Xabi Alonso, Eddie Howe. I wonder if Slot was sacked, if we would revisit any of those names. If true, of course. That's what I think is interesting. If, let's say, Liverpool was to revisit those lists of names, De Zerbi's doing very well at Marseille. He's not going to leave right now. They're competing in the Champions League and they're competing very highly in the league. Julian Nagelsmann, Germany manager, they've got the World Cup. So he's impossible to get right now. I don't know who he means by Michel, so maybe someone in the chat could tell me. Iraola. I think Iraola is realistic you can get right now, in my opinion. Bournemouth, they've had a bit of a drop-off. I think if you went to Iraola and you convinced him with the Richard Hughes links that he had at Bournemouth, I believe so, you can get Iraola. I think Alonso, if Liverpool was to look at the Alonso situation, they'll rather wait for him to be sacked rather than paying a fee for him. And Eddie Howe, I think Liverpool would also look at that situation. That would be like a more of a summer thing. I don't think you go and get Newcastle to Eddie Howe as of right now. Same with Alonso. Iraola, I think, is a bit different. Nagelsmann, the same. Same with De Zerbi. And Ruben Amorim. Liverpool are never going to go back to flipping Ruben Amorim. I don't think Liverpool will. And if we refresh the page, obviously that's 20 minutes ago. Liverpool's owners are given us their full backing, and it's unlikely that Salah's outburst, blah, blah, blah. We've already seen that. But we have seen this, that Liverpool are exploring the hiring Steven Gerrard as an interim manager should Arne be sacked. And I've been thinking about this. Would I really take Steven Gerrard as manager? Yes, if it's interim to the end of the season. And I think the only reason as to why... Oh, Michel's the Girona manager. Oh, okay, fair enough, thank you. Yeah, because it just stopped at that. I was like, I don't know that is, bruv. But no, Steven Gerrard as a manager, I don't think he's particularly great. As a leader, I think he's fantastic, and I think he knows the club inside out. And I think he has a lot of respect for these current players. I think he has a lot of love for these current players. He has a lot of love for the football club, of course. And I think Steven Gerrard will thrive of trying to build Liverpool's morale up. I think he would thrive of trying to build the Liverpool players' mentality back up to where it should be, because he knows that club inside out. And I think he's quite good at doing that. I think he's quite good at getting the best out of people in terms of the emotional side, of the mindset. As a manager, I don't think he's good. And I want to make this very clear. Do I think Steven Gerrard is a very good manager? No, I don't. But in terms of the things I mentioned previously, I think he's very good at, and I think he'll naturally excel at that. Therefore, I do think he would be able to take Liverpool with a couple of results. I can see why Liverpool would potentially look at doing the deal for Steven Gerrard, in my opinion. I have never fully trusted Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. Do you know the phone number of Edwards? Why is it? It's always so fucking hard to find out these people's numbers. Funny enough, I don't know Michael Edwards' phone number, mate. I don't worry. FSG have a replacement in line. I think FSG. I'll be gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked if the club haven't entirely looked at names. If they haven't, we've got bigger alarm bells ahead of us. If they haven't, because that just shows me where they're at mentally. If they've not even considered, if they've not even thought of the process of who they would bring in, because you'd have to bring in somebody straight away. I don't think there's any A-tier managers available. I don't think you can get Alonso right now, like I just explained. Do I think you can get Luis Enrique right now? No, I don't. I think you want to see the full season with Paris Saint-Germain. That's why I don't think the club will look at him entirely. I think Liverpool would go down the interim route with a Steven Gerrard, someone like that. Or I want to put this to bed, I don't think Liverpool are even going to remotely look at Jurgen Klopp. I get people say, I want Klopp. I want Klopp. I want Klopp myself. If you said to me, Reacts, pick a name. Interim manager. I'm saying Jurgen Klopp. But is he going to get on with Edwards? No. Do I think he's happy at Salzburg? Yes. And I think he'll only do it if the club really needed him. People are looking at interview into very much context, not looking at the bigger picture with the situation with Michael Edwards and the situation with Jurgen Klopp himself. Little Salah puppy was crying on about a new contract. Now he's crying about the bench. Okay, mate. I would have Gerald into. We can get into the Germany manager. What? Nagelsmann? Big up to you, bro. How is he doing this season, Catalan? The Germany manager, the number one choice. If you said to me, I'm picking Nagelsmann. Inzaghi is mine. Agreed too. It appears inconceivable that Salah and Slot will both be Liverpool employees by the time the formal contract expires in 2027. Oh yeah, I very much expect them to part ways. Gerrard is a terrible manager. I don't think he's a fantastic manager. I agree, but in terms of the stuff I mentioned, his traits and qualities, I think he's good at. I think it'd be very good. Big up footy. All this is beyond a joke. Bunch of over-rewarded prime donners, all acting out of their own age egos, trips. As usual, the only people who really suffering are the fans. Facts. Reacts. What if Slot says tomorrow that he hasn't heard of the Salah interview? I swear to God, if he's... Bro, he would have heard of it because Mo Salah didn't travel back. He didn't go on the team bus. He made his own way home. However he got home, I don't know. He got an Uber. Someone drove him. I don't know. Yeah? I think it's that press conference tomorrow. We are going to do a big press conference reaction to it. So buckle up because... Yeah, I think that's going to be very, very, very interesting, definitely to say the least. Xabi Alonso won Bundesliga to prove himself. Yeah, Klopp wants a year off. Jurgen is likely waiting for the Germany job. Yeah, he's out, slot out. Give Jurgen a 30 minute. Yeah, let's see. Jurgen Klopp will never come. Jurgen Klopp will never come back to Liverpool to do minimum 4, 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years, let alone 9. The very surprise press conference will be, how did you sleep? I swear, bro. Listen, if I hear any fucking questions, how did you flip and sleep? Listen, the press conference are Q&As, guys. They're not actual proper footballing press conferences anymore. They're not. Unfortunately, they're not. They're just not, you know. The players are not playing for slots. I agree. I mean, just look at Virgil van Dijk's play that he's been playing in the past couple of weeks. I think it's very much clear and obvious to say they are not playing for him. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of them are definitely not playing for him, mate. And I think, you know, it's been definitely proven to be the case. So, you know. But yeah, bless up to everybody, man. But yeah, bless up everybody, man. It's been a very good stream, man. Just chat normally, just relax. You know, because I think the situation is a very uncomfortable one. I think, you know, as fans just need to, you know, the player's not playing for slot. Best right wing in Premier League history quitting Liverpool. I imagine he goes to Arsenal City. Oh, the tears. Well, he's funny. Well, first of all, let's break down the last part of your sentence very easily. Nope. What's the best right wing in Premier League quitting? Where did he say he's quitting Liverpool Football Club? Where did he say that? Have you seen something I haven't? You know, like, is that what we're doing here? Like, what we're doing here? I don't know, bro. I don't know. But let's go and have a look at the fixtures, yeah? Inter. According to Inter, predicted foot mob, that's the predicted 11. Would you guys be happy with that team? Babadashvili in goal, yeah, but that's just definitely not going to be the predicted 11, is it? Unless Allison gets injured in training tomorrow. No, but yeah, we've got to be careful in this Champions League game. If you're on the Champions League game, I think, is there a world where Liverpool don't make top 8? Because if we lose to Inter, look how many teams that could leapfrog us. Quarabags, your Barcelonas, your Bayer Leverkusens, PSVs, your Galatasarays all have decent games. And then you're thinking with 2 games to go, Marseille difficult. Quarabag, people will laugh at them. But don't want to play anyone right now in Europe. You know? Imagine if we genuinely don't get top 8. I think that's why I think this week is massive. If, let's say, for a prime example, all of these teams win games. Let's just say your Barcelonas, your Bayer Leverkusens, your Spurs all win the games, right? Cool, we lose. We're dropping to like... And plus our goal difference ain't particularly great. You know, only +2. Juventus have got Pavos, so if they slap them, they're definitely going to buzz. We could sink to 20th. We could be joint of the zone. Not to mention teams that are around the outskirts. And if they start winning, like, to be fair, lucky enough, we're kind of lucky that Frankfurt, your Club Bruges, will have your Arsenals, your PSGs, and your Barças. Because otherwise, I think we've been a lot more of a danger. I genuinely think we've been a lot more of a danger. By the way, chat, we're 1 like away from 30. And we're less than 15 subscribers from 2,500 of you. Bless up to every single one of you, man. Bless up. I appreciate the mad support lately, man. And yeah, it's just definitely mad to see. Appreciate every single one of you, man. And you know, that game on Tuesday, man, it's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be peak still. It's going to be peak. Let me catch the words as I go. He's going, let's not kid ourselves, reacts. I think he will go, but I don't think... There's a difference between him wanting to go and him going. You know, it's like me. You know, some days, can I be asked to go to uni? No. But do I have to go? Yes. Do you get it? John Hector, for a temporary manager, has a good relationship with the players, isn't working at the minute. Bro, he got sacked at Ajax, mate. But whatever the club does, whatever the club do, you know, it's Liverpool first and always will be Liverpool first, 7 days a week and twice on a Sunday. It's funny, people are saying he's quitting when he never said he wants to leave. Exactly. There's literally reports of him stating that he doesn't want to leave. Marcus Thuram is back for Inter. He is a physical striker. Yeah. I don't know anyone anymore. Sorry. Wants to salute every game until he gets sacked. No, I will never, as much as I don't like Slot right now and I want him to go, I will never pray for Liverpool to lose games. Never. No matter who's playing, no matter who's on the pitch, no matter who's playing in terms of the manager. Trent never said he wanted to leave either. What's your point? Well, no, because he did it throughout the back door, mate. We are losing both to Inter and Marseille. Bro, I swear. Oh, club, man. Please, man. Like, I would generally bite your hand off for a draw. If you said to me, React, look, you get a draw against Inter, yeah, I'm literally saying, look, where's your hand? Yeah, done. The fact that Salah is running out of contract also, I mean, his contract's not up for another 18 months. The snake never signed a 6-year months. Facts. Can I see if this is Abba? Listen, we've also got that other little rat that plays for them as well. Let's not forget that. You know, there's another little dude that plays for him as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Salah said to try and get Slot out, but it's not going to work, unfortunately. Yeah, do you think Slot gets sacked this season? If Arne Slot does not get sacked this season, despite me thinking the owners are happy with him, the owners are his, first choice and whatnot. If Arne Slot was, let's say we just continued like this, then it's on the owner's fault. It becomes away from this is on a slot. It becomes on this is simply down to the owners for not making a decision on the situation. Virgil, Ali, Kanate, Salah, Robbo want Slot. Body language seems off. I agree. Go and have a look at Isaac's interview, chat. Type in Isaac interview, Sky Sports, about 2-3 days ago. Good watch. Stevie G got sacked at Villa. Salah loves the club. I agree. Have you lost a bit of extra when it is a Liverpool game? What do you mean? Fans have some shame. You are blinded by your faith law. Salah will leave Madrid because he's a new right winger. He's not going to Real Madrid. For Christ's sakes. This season, man, we are shite. Yeah. Just to the fact that you think Madrid are going to go in for him when they could have got him on a free is laughable. Yeah, if Real Madrid, Salah to Real Madrid Barcelona boat sailed for me 2021, I would say. It's been about 4 years now since that boat sailed because they would have had to pay stupid extreme money. Barcelona couldn't afford it. And Real Madrid were going into their new transitioning period of trying to get players on a free, which you've been seeing for the past couple of years. Do you really think they're going to pay? I mean, we were rejected 200 million from fucking Saudi Slot, and you think Real Madrid can put anywhere near most of that money? Slot is going to sack himself. Madrid don't sign old players. Excitement. Well, okay, so you want me to go back and answer the question. Have you lost any excitement when it is a Liverpool game? I will always look forward to watching Liverpool. I'll always look forward to going to Anfield. I'll always look forward to match day. But the past couple... It's been tough. You ready? Think Madrid care if they pay or get someone free is laughable. Big up to you, mate. Be well, my G. Did you see how Isaac was not interested in playing against Leeds? I mean, to be fair, he tried. He had two half good opportunities. Both go. Madrid also don't sign old players now. So they have to pay 60 to 70 million. So if they pay that for a 30-year-old who's on the decline, they can have him. If we lose all 3 UCL games, are we completely out? Yeah. If we lose all 3, look at the table. You're telling me, yeah, some of these teams aren't going to get more than 3 points with 3 games to go. I mean, if we was to lose all 3, we could technically go out through goal difference. 100%. Reacts, you ain't getting 200 million for him, especially from this season. What's going on with FSG will cut their losses and sell Salah. And yeah, but I'm talking about prime Mohamed Salah. That's my point. I think that ship has sailed now. I think if you're looking at any other club that you could potentially go to, other than Saudi Arabia, if it's a European club, I think the only club that I think that can potentially see a deal with that is Bayern Munich or Paris Saint-Germain. And they've not shown any sign in him, to be honest with you, as of late. So I'll be pleasantly surprised if anything of that comes to light. So I think PSG, I can get where people are saying PSG, but at the same time I don't. I just don't see it really. If I'm being honest, I just don't see it. I just simply don't see it. Let me catch up with some of your messages, and then we're gonna have to wrap up, guys, because I do need to get some food. Salah is not going to Madrid. He's going somewhere else in the men's. Slots won't get sacked this season. Sadly, too much bad PR for Edwards and Hughes if he goes. I agree, but then at the same time, I mean, look what's happening to the club. Like, literally, look what is happening to the club. BBD is old. Canate is a fraud. We need 200 mil for the defence. No, we don't. You can literally fix this defence with under 100 million. Buy a centre back, slot back 40 million. Mark Gahey on a free transfer. Buy another fullback. Bosh. And will he get sacked if that happens? I hope so. Estevan is the next winger Real Madrid will target. Yeah, I actually agree with that. I'm winding you all up. The Madrid thing and you're biting. Facts, his Salah will be gone soon. Yeah, bro, we know it's banter, but my G. I hope he doesn't go, Burn. I'm praying. And I'm definitely hoping, man, because I'd be good if he goes, man. Honestly, it'd be absolute devastation if Mohamed Salah was to leave this football club. No way Chelsea would sell him to Madrid. Only like 450 million to 200 million. Big up to Red Ryan. Big up to my G. But no, chat. Inter on Tuesday. I mean, look, the press conference is tomorrow. We will be live for that. And also, we will be live in the morning. FA Cup draw tomorrow as well. Third round. Who are Liverpool going to get? No, and Arne will get Man City. Bang, we're out. Or no, and Arne will probably get a League 2 side and we lose 1-0 back post corner. 89th minute and that. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, I think it's definitely going to be very interesting to see how things do progress with the manager, and we will keep you guys up to date with the latest news. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Make sure you're smashing a like. Yeah, great stream. Big up to you in the men's, man. You're always here supporting me, Maggie. You know what? Let me make you a mod. Bosh, there you go. But yeah, it's been a good stream, man. Always good doing streams, man. It's very, very, very good. Who shall But yeah, chat, I think what we're going to do is we are going to redirect to Views on Sports. Yeah, bless up, man. Bless up, everybody, man. Appreciate the support. We're going to go and redirect to Views on Sport. Make sure you show him some love. Good content creator of mine. He's an Arsenal fan. I know. But yeah, man, we will be back tomorrow morning. And yeah, bless up to you all, man. Thank you so much for watching. I just thought, man, I wanted to just chill. I just want to talk to the chat. That's what I wanted to do. I feel like I didn't really do that earlier. I wanted to just kind of vent out my emotions. And I feel like it's definitely helped. So yeah, bless up to everybody. And yeah, I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Peace.